Let's take a look at the next drill in our butterfly series. So this is going to continue to build on in a progression of our 2-1-2. This is going to be done with two pieces of equipment. We're going to go with the snorkel and then with fins. And this will be performed with a butterfly kick here as we're going to be going through. So let's go over kind of the key points and the things that we look for. Unlike our counterpart when we did this drill with our flutter kick, in butterfly we want to remember there's an inverse relationship between two body parts. The shoulders and the chest go down while the feet are going down, and then the hips here are going up, and the shoulders and the feet are going up, then the hips are going down. That inverse relationship should always exist when we are doing our drill here and our butterfly stroke. So here what we're going to do is just kind of take a look at the kind of the key things that we're going to be looking for, and there's going to be a lot of different moving parts. We use a snorkel here so that way the athlete doesn't have to focus on the connection of the breath, but getting the other items correct, like the arms, the legs, and then just the overall kind of timing, so we know what we want everything to feel like. Here, our right hand's doing a great job coming out here at the hip area. And one thing we want to watch here, our athlete does recover up a little high here. We would kind of encourage that arm to be just a little bit lower, so it's just kind of going just over the surface of the water. And we'll see a little difference of that here momentarily. Here we're doing a great job of coming in on top of the shoulder line. This is what we would suggest for our older athletes. Our younger athletes, we could encourage them to go just a little bit outside the shoulders for an entry point. And then we would want to just concentrate and see all this movement here go forward. So we'll go 2 strokes of the right. Beautiful, great forward landing, and then a double. So here we can kind of see the arms going over, very, very, very nice and long. And the arms are a little bit lower than what we saw in the drill here. Now here, something we want to kind of mention is the hands. Palms here are facing backward, and then at the T point, right about here, we should start to see a switch of the hands where the palms are now as they are right here, and those are going downward. Here we're doing a nice job, soft landing. We can kind of see the stream of water here going nice and overall forward. And then accompany here with that dolphin kick. Backing up here, let's take a look at that dolphin kick a little bit more. Now here the feet are breaking the surface, which is a key thing that we look for. And then we're going to want to see these feet really, really kind of go down to create a little bit of turbulence. So we got a soft kick right here, and in a drill that'll be okay. When we actually go into the full stroke, we're going to want to see those legs be just a little bit stronger, a little more powerful as we're going to be going down, because remember, the kick is going to be what really drives the body here to go forward. The legs staying together, great job right there. And then we want to watch just that there is a natural bend in the knee. What we don't want to see from the hip is the feet kind of coming way, way, way up to, let's say, right here, kind of approaching that 90 degrees or even greater. But we don't want the legs to be so stiff that they don't move together as the stroke is going. Going back to our arm, let's take a look at the other sides. The left side here coming out right at the hip. Now, just again, we would want to kind of encourage our athlete to bring the arm down a little bit so it's a little bit lower. But here again, we're coming in on top of the shoulder line and pulling through. Great, great movement. The snorkel, again, is something we do also want to watch here. We kind of see right here how that snorkel disappears. That would tell us the athlete's pressing a little too much with that head. We're going to kind of want to see that snorkel stay a little bit more along the surface of the water, kind of like a nice steady shark fin as we're going to be progressing through the water. But overall here, just again, we're doing a really good job coming in on top of the shoulder, Remember, your younger athletes can go just here a little bit wider than what we see and just nice and consistent. Taking a look at that dolphin kick. So here we kind of said, again, we want to see those knees have a little bit of a bend or a little bit of flexion here into that knee. So here, just nice job of loading up. And then what we're going to want to see is the feet really kind of coming down, and we come to a level here under the body, which is again going to be right where we want them to see, returning up and then kind of kicking again nice and down as we're moving through the water. Great job here by our athlete. On the return view, we got a head on here as we're coming. So look how low those arms are. So that's just something we would want to encourage our athlete to really think about when we're doing these drills, that we're going to keep those arms nice and consistent. Here, kind of great job right on top of the shoulders and pulling through. We'll take a look at the underwater portion on the return view here momentarily. And just again, a couple same points of emphasis. Keep that arm just a little bit lower as we're going through, but good exit and entry. Nice job here by our athlete. So again, here, nice job coming out at the hip. Again, we would want to encourage the athlete to have this arm be a little bit lower. We're coming in here, just again, nice job on top of the shoulder and then pulling through. So we transition to going underwater here. We're going to take a look at the just actual catch. So here what we see, this might be a good spot for our younger athletes as an example. Here we're coming in a little bit outside the shoulders, but we got our athlete here just has a slight drift that we're going to want to be aware of. We're aiming to set that power triangle, but what we're going to want to see is that hand bring in closer here. To create this power triangle, we're going to want to see that hand actually be a little bit closer here to being directly under the shoulder. That's what will help really set that nice power triangle here for our athlete. Here, small drift outward here, but we're setting up really well. So just again, to create that triangle, what we're going to need to see is just that athlete bring that arm in here just a little bit closer to the body. But overall here, this is actually a good setup. And just remember, athletes are going to have weaknesses in their overall stroke, and it's our job to help them discover and continue to improve the different things that they're doing. Another thing here we want to watch just is going to be that chest press. So here the head and the chest are pretty much the same level. We would kind of want to see the head be about right here on that landing, and then focus on pushing the chest down while everything is moving forward. Here we got just a little bit, maybe some slight crossover, just something that we want to be aware of as we're moving through the water. But overall here, we're doing a pretty nice job. If you found a lot of value out of this, be sure to drop a like and consider subscribing. We've got a lot of different drills on the channel that can really help improve your overall swimming.